Well, BOA Houston had a day on Saturday. A couple programs shook up the contest, didn't it? And look at that final score. We got a lot to get to. I'm going to try to get to it as soon as I possibly can. Good morning again, Daniel Valdez again. It's a pleasure to talk to you, whether you're on the YouTube app or you are on the Apple Podcasts app. To search the Danpodcast, you can find all the stuff from earlier this season, including this episode and whatnot. YouTube or Apple Podcasts, use whatever you want in order to enjoy the show. For everybody who went out to the BOA Houston event, hope you all had fun. Hope you all were safe. Congratulations to everybody who performed there. Let's get to this because there's a lot to unpack here. And we're going to talk a little bit about numbers, especially in the caption range, because I know a couple of people have questions and whatnot. So let's get to it. Congratulations. Once again, the Ronald Reagan Marching Band San Antonio, Ronald Reagan High School, 89.7. It's the beginning of October, and they pop that score. Ooh, that makes things interesting. I got to see them at the Northeast Independent School District Fall Marching Festival, and immediately I thought, this is going to be something special. They're so good at what they do. There's such great staging. Everybody, every impact moment seems almost perfectly staged. Just everything has its place. You know exactly where to look at all times. You know exactly what to listen for at all times. They make it very easy for folks to understand and enjoy their shows. It's just very, very accessible. Awesome stuff from Ronald Reagan. Congratulations, folks. Wow. That's so good. They're so good this year. They're so good this year. So let's go over finals real quick. James E. Taylor, 10th place. Brazoswood, 9th place. Oak Ridge was 8th. So Stephen F. Austin was 7th. Pearland was 6th. Thank you, Pearland. Clearbrook was 5th. 4th was Westlake. 3rd was Westwood. 2nd was the Woodlands. And 1st was Ronald Reagan. Let's unpack this. First of all, congratulations, Pearland. Thank you for making me look smart. I'm not going to take any sort of credit for what you guys did, but I did get to watch your performance. And yeah, I'm going to probably be on my feet when I get to see that later on this year. The program's so big, and they know what they're doing. It's a very enjoyable show. I think y'all are going to like it. Clearbrook in 5th place. Again, just clean marching, clean playing. And you are rewarded for it. Awesome stuff. Good stuff from Brazoswood. I'm glad they were able to get into finals. Especially after having to pull out of the McAllen Regional. I know they're not going to very many contests because they have got a big trip later on this year in the spring, I believe. So congratulations to Brazoswood, and I hope you all are doing okay. Way to go, Stephen F. Austin. Nice job. I love seeing them back comfortably into finals. That's a big nostalgia trip for me, just seeing them in the thick of things all the time, because that's definitely a program I loved competing against when I was marching. Nice job from Westlake. Nice performance here. I want to say that the big thing, aside from Reagan very decidedly winning the contest, was the Westwood program showing up, and basically when we heard that they were second, in Class 4A out of prelims, we were shocked. When we were getting results and whatnot, we were pretty surprised. Well, I would say surprised, but we were very happy for him. So congratulations to Westwood on going to the Houston Regional and just continuing to up their game. They were second overall in prelims and third in finals. Yeah, just keep performing. And this is one of those things where if you have a program that's new to this level of success, you either go two ways. You either keep getting better or you drop off. And this speaks to the character of those kids. I can always kind of tell what kind of character a program has when you experience success for the first time. And now everybody's talking about you, and everybody's reposting your stuff on the social media, and everyone's talking about how wonderful you are. You either drop, or you go up, or you keep working hard, and you try to get even more bread, as some people would say. And Westwood is definitely getting that bread right now. They're having a fantastic season this year. So congratulations to everybody, and just keep going, keep going, keep going. The Woodlands coming in second place. They're going to Grand Nationals this year. They're going to be just fine. The Woodlands is one of those programs that their final performance, doesn't matter whether it's state marching contest finals, doesn't matter whether it's Grand National finals, their best performance and their peak performance happens at their final performance. And isn't that really what you want out of this activity? Directors preach this all the time. The goal is the final contest. We're going to add stuff, we're going to change stuff, we're going to delete stuff, we're going to do whatever we need to do, but the final performance should be the most special. Because you have all the emotions running high of doing the show for the final time. Seniors are wearing the uniform for the final time. And you have all the skills learned, you've got everything down, all you got to do is just perform it in front of 15,000 people, which is intense to say the least. So, Woodlands are going to be just fine. I've got total faith in them, and you should have total faith in them as well. They are an incredible program. They're well taught. They're well managed, and they just perform any sort of challenge that gets thrown in their way. They hurdle right over it. They take it head on. So I'm not worried about this program at all. Grand Nationals is the goal. They're going to be great, and plus, it's the Woodlands. What more do you expect? State finalist, national finalist, former national champion. I'm not questioning anything that they're doing right now, so they're awesome. So what does this contest do for the rest of the season? Well, you definitely have to look at a couple of programs getting into finals. Super Regional Finals is going to be, I would wager that Super Regional Finals, because of what happened here in Houston, is going to be even more intense than it was in 2017. Just because I feel like you have even more programs that could potentially get into finals at Super Regional than you had a couple of years ago when, you needed a score higher than 90 to just get in the door for finals. Yeah, it's going to be performance. That's all I keep preaching. And I'm sure it's getting tiresome for those of you who listen every time, but hey, you're the one who clicked on my face, so just performance. That's what it comes down to. Everybody's good. There's more programs that are good now. So that needs to be handled. That needs to be managed. That needs to be dealt with. Let's go over caption stuff real quick, and then I'll get out of your way. I know there were a lot of programs that had questions on, I guess you could say inconsistencies between the individual caption and the ensemble caption. Why aren't they agreeing? Well, the reason why sometimes individual captions and ensemble captions don't agree is because, number one, they're judged by two different people, and number two, they're looking for different things. Individual judges are on the field evaluating. They're evaluating, if it's music, they're evaluating consistency from person to person. Some of the times they have to evaluate whether people are playing their instrument. That is a truth. Visual, individual, obviously, consistency from person to person. They have to see if the technique is correct from an individual standpoint. Ensemble, your ensemble judge is, in the press box at the top of the stadium. So whatever you're doing musically and whatever you're doing visually, as far as the ensemble portion goes, and this applies to general effect as well, it has to reach the press box, because that's where the judges are. Whatever you're doing, you have to perform up to them. So you have an individual performance that's being evaluated on field level, and then you have the ensemble performance. So whatever you're doing, whatever you do has to be exaggerated to the point where it's reaching the judges in the press box. They're individual judge, ensemble judges. They're looking for two different things. There are some, so for example, in music, there's some things that you're going to be hearing on the field that will not necessarily carry over to the ensemble judge. And vice versa. There'll be some things that the ensemble judge will hear and the individual judge is hearing something completely different. And that's the nature of the game. Consistency, consistency, consistency. And this happens all the time. It happens all the time. Where an individual score will be super high. Well, super good. Super high placement. And then the ensemble score to that is much lower. Considerably much lower. And people are throwing up their hands going, what the heck? The system's fixed. No. No. They're looking for two different things. So if it's a low individual score, think about it. Low individual music compared to ensemble, like a high ensemble music, that's essentially telling you that the music judge was walking around and what they are hearing is not comparable to what they have heard the rest of the day. And that's something you kind of have to just, that's what the judges get paid to do. There's a lot of training involved in this stuff. It's not taken lightly. So, it's just consistent performance. It's top to bottom. It's consistent across sections. Not just the woodwinds, not just the flutes, not just saxophones, but it's brass players as well. It's all across the board. Visually, the same thing. You'll notice a lot of times the individual. Notice this time. Next time you're watching a contest, visual individual judge. They're not always standing at the front looking at whether your lines are straight from front to back. A lot of the times, especially early on in the performance, a visual individual judge will stand off to the side. They know everybody's going to know cover, lining up front to back, but the dress lining up from side to side, that is what gets people. That is what gets people individuals. That's what definitely hurts people in the individual, or not individual, but the visual category as a whole. Side to side spacing, side to side form management. That is what gets people into trouble. I see it all the time. The judges will stand to the side, and if you're looking at crooked lines, and they're not supposed to be that way, and you can easily tell whether they're supposed to be or not, then your numbers are going to be managed. So that's the reality of it. There's sometimes the individual and ensemble judges for a specific caption will not agree with each other. Doesn't necessarily mean one is right and one is wrong. It just means that they're evaluating off of different sheets. They're looking for different things. So that's how the kind of the numbers management works, just to kind of peel back the curtain a little bit. Houston finals. My goodness. Okay, Reagan, we get it. You're good. How good are you? This could be this is set up perfectly. The winner of the Super Regional in San Antonio in a month could easily be a program that's not going to Grand Nationals. Or it could easily be a program that is going to Grand Nationals. And then they're going to go up there and it's going to be like, the champion of Texas, de facto champion of Texas going up there. This is all setting up to be a very special event at the Alamo Dome in a month, and we can't wait to see it. Houston Regional, done. Cherry on, done. Houston's done. Awesome. Congratulations, Ronald Reagan. Awesome stuff. Appreciate y'all's awesome performance all throughout this week. Houston's done. Check us out in a couple of days. I've got the Midland Nerdin coming up, BOA Midland coming up, featuring the West Texas programs. I got our friend Landry Kendrick, who's going to be out there and knows everything about the West Texas programs. He's going to be taking care of the live blog there, the world famous Texas Bands live blog. So make sure to take care of him and check that out as well. I will talk to you in a couple of days talking about Midland. Congratulations to everybody who performed at Houston. Hope you all are safe. Hope you all are well. Hope you all get some rest. I definitely need to. So thank you all so much for listening. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.